What's up? What's happening? It's your boy Anthony London.
And Ronnie Tuesday.
This is Mindset Therapy, Real-Talkpodcast, man. What's good, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I just thank God for giving us another opportunity, man.
Yes.
To be able to speak on this platform. Like I always say, man, I got to give God all honor and glory, man. Well, how was your day, Mr. London?
Oh, man, it was blessed, man. Blessed and highly favored. I can't complain, you know. A lot of work, you know, working on my personal little ventures and everything I have to do to tighten up my coming out date, but you know, it was productive.
Yeah, you see?
No sleep.
No sleep?
No sleep.
It never be no sleep, man, when you're working because, hey, man, hey, man.
Sleep is the cousin of death.
I'll tell you one thing. Sleep late, they say you lose weight, but sleep late, you lose knowledge.
That's right.
Yes, indeed.
How you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm blessed, man. You know, I did my little workout before I came to the studio.
That's right.
Just getting myself together mentally, spiritually, and physically, man. Just thank God I'm able to be able to exercise. Just trying to keep the health up, man.
Man. We have to keep our bodies, our mind, and our spirits in the right place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, our topic on today's episode would be being selective about what you feed yourself.
Being selective about what you feed yourself.
I said being selective about what you feed yourself.
Hey, man, that's powerful.
And just like you was just sharing with us, saying that your workout today and how you went to go get the body in shape, and just like you get your body in shape, we as men of our stature and what we're trying to do and what we up against, we don't only have to get our bodies in that form, in that stability,
right,
in that shape. We also have to get our mind and our spirit.
Exactly.
You know,
man.
In line, in tune with that higher power.
Right. Because, you know, they have a lot of, on a daily basis when you go out and, you know, you be in shopping centers, malls, whatever,
right,
school areas, man, you're going to see so many things that come your way. A lot of foolishness and negative, man, just every day, all day. So we have to be very mindful and cautious of how we, you know, carry ourselves around them situations.
That's right.
Because we don't want to be a part of that. Not saying that we all of that. You know, we just have to, like you say, be careful how we feed that, you know,
but
and receive.
Not, let me reiterate on what you just said about not thinking we all of that. But at the same time, we have to think above people that think would even insinuate we think like that.
Right.
Because if we focus on them thinking we think like that, we belittling ourselves.
Exactly.
So we have to be above that. That's where that putting the right things in our spirit. You know,
exactly.
Our eyes and our ears are the gateway. You know what I'm saying, to our soul. We have to be on point about what, even when we go in different places, different buildings, different homes, we have to, not saying we don't have to, we have to be prepared when we enter.
Yeah, right.
You know, not saying, we're going to stay away from that. No, we're going to be prepared, mind, body, and spiritual. When we go in there, we ready to stand fast on any attack that's ready to come at us.
Because they're going to have some people that come at us. I mean, with questions. I mean, like you said, we have to be prepared for that.
That's right.
I mean, they're going to come. There's no doubt it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, just got to... Just like our cell phone, our television, our cable, they got over 500 channels. You know, and we got to understand, man, each channel is not good. No.
Each channel is not good. So we have to study and prepare and beware of those visual and those spiritual attacks. Or just like the music we listen to, or what we read, or the news. Sometimes you might get depressed watching the news, huh?
I mean, you know what? And that's a good thing, my brother. Because I've quite, You know what? You know, we always conversate every morning and have our morning discussion early in the morning before we get our day started. Before we do what we have to do, we always have a good little chat in the morning. And I've heard you say it quite a lot of times, hey man. You know, sometimes I don't even like look at the news.
Yeah.
Because of the things that occur on the news.
That's right.
I mean, you know, but
you're not missing nothing.
You're not missing nothing
because you know killing, rape, murder. Right. You know, warfare.
That's just some good news. That's just, you know, what.
Notice when you watch the news, they tell you all the bad stuff first, and right before the news go off, they have a little segment about the good things. How can you fill your spirit with the positivity if you've been watching 29 minutes of 28 minutes of pure D chaos?
29 minutes and 43 seconds of foolishness.
Chaos. Grown men that want to be children. Don't want to humble themselves and respect each other enough to have humility to sit down and talk to one another.
Right. And know how to
bumping their heads.
Yeah, man. You know.
So what? If you don't have the spiritual makeup and the mental fortitude to sit there and watch and take everything good, if you find any out of that newscast, then you might don't even take nothing, but just pay attention and watch it and get up and don't allow none of that foolishness to detach you. You in trouble. Because all that poison gonna be up on you, like these different shows come on. I don't knock them, but I try to stay, keep my respectable distance. For as I might glance, but I don't buy into it.
Right, you don't get in deep into that because it's just like you get caught up into the rapture. That's a rapture.
Ronnie, the last couple of years, I've been growing farther and farther away from TV. Right. TV has lost me.
You know we used to call that back in that place, huh? That one-eyed demon. That one-eyed monster get you in trouble. Monster, but now they got another. They got the miniature monsters that you keep all the time. Them cell phones.
Man.
Boy, anything. And then it alert you.
Right.
And I noticed that's what I love about this brother, man. Look, I know what the topic is, but let me tell you about this cat here, man. See that Facebook alert and all that? You're like, man, I've been took that off my phone. Because every time it pops, it's alerting you about foolishness. Foolishness.
Yeah.
Now they got alerts for foolishness.
I took that. I'm just speaking for me.
Right, yeah.
What's good for me?
What worked for you?
I don't knock nobody. Do what works for you. But I'm just saying for me, Anthony London.
That was one of your tools. That
I'm a product of my environment. I know where I come from, but my attention span is very, very, very low. I have attention deficit. So if I'm doing something and something get my attention, 99% of the time my attention gonna go on to whatever just happened. Since I know me and I know my weaknesses, I try my best to not allow them to break into my focus.
Right, it's just
like, you know what I'm saying? I know, so I cut off the notification.
But it's just like I was sharing one time with a group of young men that I was mentoring. I was telling them, I'm like, man, it's just like if a house on fire down the street. I said, yeah, we smell the smoke. We and all the house on fire. I say, but the closer we walk to that house, the more heat we gonna feel. The more smoke we gonna inhale.
That's right.
And then if we keep walking, what's gonna happen? You get close to that house,
you're
gonna get burned. Right. So we have to know how to not go towards that. That's what I'm saying.
It's hot.
So a lot of times I call it when the house on fire, you better. I'm staying away.
So we got to have selective ignorance. You know what I'm saying? We have to be very, very selective about what we choose to put into our inner man, our inner spirit.
This what this topic is about, man, because feeding yourself is very important.
Feeding yourself the proper things.
The proper things is very important. That's what I mean. Excuse me, folks. Excuse me. You have to.
That's all right, man.
You
this
have
is live
to,
and uncut.
You have to, man.
Look, check this out. I challenged myself one day, and this when I was a little younger, a couple of years ago. I had one foot on the right side and one foot on the wrong side, so I'm struggling. I'm in a spiritual warfare.
Tug of war.
Yeah, it's right before I got shot. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna find something good, which I couldn't find nothing good to read at the time because I wasn't connected to nothing good. I picked up the Bible. I used to carry a small jail Bible in the back of in my back pocket like my wallet, and I never carried a wallet because I never wanted my identity to be known for some apparent reason. I just wanted to be John Doe everywhere I went.
Blanc Shalom.
Yeah, nonchalant. So I kept this Bible, and any receipts or information I ever got, I put it inside the Bible. So I say, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take an hour out each day, and I'm gonna read a passage out the Bible. I'm just gonna open it wherever I open it. That's what I'm gonna read. And the funny thing, every time I opened the book, it fell on Psalms. Every time I opened the book, it was either Psalms 107, Psalms 91, Psalms 92. Every time. I don't know if the Bible was cracked right there. It's just open. No. But that's so. As I started to read that every day, at least for it started off 15 minutes, then it went to 20 minutes, then it went to 25 minutes, then it started getting interest. Then I kept reading. But at the same time, all doing my thing, doing my thug dizzle. You feel me? But I would take an hour, 15 minutes out the day. I would get in my little book, and we'd be on the block or whatever. They'll be walking. Man, what you doing? I said, I'm reading the Bible. Boom, they'll run. Yeah, get on from around me and they'll take off. Whatever they had to ask me, then when they want to ask me no more.
You had this in you.
But I don't know what's going on at the time. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know what was going on. I didn't. But I saw, now that I can step back and I think back about that, the good things started to come out me. Everything I was reading started to come out me. Whatever I was reading, it went to displaying through my action because I was thinking about it. Whatever you read, you're going to think about it. I don't care what you say. Whatever you read, you're going to think about it. Right. So I went to think about it. I went to coming out of my action, little by little. So you understand what I'm saying, man? Whatever you read, whatever you think, that's what you are. Period. Point blank, period. If you read rock music magazines, you're going to be a rock star. Yeah. If you read rap, you're going to walk around killing 200 people. You know what I'm saying? If you read porno, you're going to be a freak. That's just what it is.
Exactly.
Whatever you watch, you will become. If you watch violence, you're going to sling violence. If you watch porno, you're going to be a porno. If you watch building houses, sooner or later, you will build a house.
You're going to build something if it's a birdhouse or something, Jay.
I'm just saying, I'm just trying to give you the understanding, man. Right. You got to be selective.
Right. And you started off,
what you choose to put in your system.
Because, like you said, you did that at the time of you when you was in the
guerrilla warfare.
In that zone.
Guerrilla warfare.
I call it the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
When you was in that Twilight Zone, but you kept the Bible with you, and you started feeding yourself, even though you were still into that. But you were at the time, little that you know, you was converting yourself.
Yeah, I can believe that.
You was converting yourself. I mean, once you take personal inventory and play it back, you was converting yourself, even though like you feel like, well, I'm still doing this with this and that, but you was still converting yourself over.
No, because mind you, some of the brothers I was out there with, they'll go buy orange juice in the newspaper. That's just what it was. You know, we didn't really have no phones or nothing like that back then.
Right.
They buy orange juice newspaper or orange juice magazine, sitting on the block, make their money. I would go buy orange juice, apple juice, and open my little book up.
Right.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. But it's the truth.
But you know what? That's what I'm saying.
It's the truth.
But all the while, but now that you acknowledge, now that you know, you took personal inventory and played the tape back, and you realize, hey, you would say, brother, you was building yourself. You know, you was feeding your spirit.
And it's influencing information.
Yeah.
The information I was reading out of Psalms was influencing my thoughts. Influencing my actions.
That's what I was just about to ask you now. When you was going through that, and as you was reading and taking this in, did you share that with some of the brothers?
At times,
but your actions.
Sometimes, because if you read the Bible and per se just read it and not tell nobody what you read and have it covered, they'll think you talking about a story that happened out on the streets or something.
Right. I understand.
So I go at them like, man, let me tell you what happened the other day. Let me tell you what I read about. And I tell them in a format of what we are dealing with, like, of that time.
At the time.
But it'll be out the Bible.
Other words, I see what you're saying, but then again,
their interest would be the same way if I was talking about something that happened down the block.
See how God worked. He was working in you then.
That's transferring information.
But see, it started then. It started then, and when you look at it, it started back then, that was good, man. You know, because you know a lot of times, and I can always say, I'm speaking for myself, you know, things like that, man, you be, I can't do that, you know, be shy or right, but you didn't, you know, and think about it. When you think about it, my brother, you was very strong about it. You didn't worry about what nobody said. You did that. Not once, but on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And as, like you said, as you went, you started reading more and more.
Yep. Because when I used to go to jail, I used to be ashamed of God, but I used to think like this. You know, I'm like, man, look, I don't want God to think I'm just running to him because I'm coming to jail. But on the slick side, I'm reading. You know, I'm reading. People read novels in jail. I'm reading the Bible.
Right.
You feel me? I'm reading. But, you know, so I was like, man, if I could do it in jail, I could do it on the street. You feel me?
Right.
If I could wake up every morning before I go to sleep every night and read a scripture, I can do it while I'm on the street. Rain, sleet, or snow.
You were feeding yourself.
Yeah, but it took a while for me to start doing it out here. But eventually, I adjusted and started doing it.
You was feeding yourself.
But I'm telling you, just like you, a person that eat Twinkies, candy, chips, all that, and just stuff you're not supposed to feed you, it got repercussions behind it, right?
It do.
Same thing if you feeding your spirit all this bad stuff, or reading all this crazy stuff, or watching the news every day, getting all that bad stuff in your spirit, it's something bad is going to come out of that.
And I think that's what is going on in the world, that and not, you know, I'm just being straight. I mean, it's just my personal opinion, don't get me wrong. When you look at things that occur on the social media and news and these reactions, just like the young lady with the shooting over there, you know, she was so caught up with the YouTube and the reactions, man, boy, ain't nothing but the man. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, and when you say that, that's what I thought about that, and I'm like,
that's crazy.
She got so caught up in the rapture. So that's why we have to be mindful and cautious.
She let something good she was doing turn into something evil.
Exactly. That's them spirits.
That's them spirits.
It overpowered her mind because she killed herself. So you know, ain't no God.
Ain't no shaking back.
Ain't no shaking back. That's eternal. You're gonna burn forever.
But that means she was poisoned before this even happened.
Exactly.
You know, somewhere along the line, she went from protesting about animals and turned into greed behind what she was getting, the likes and the views and the money she was getting off YouTube. It got possessive, and then when YouTube cut her off, it really got crazy. So her mental illness started coming out. She was already mentally challenged, as you can see.
Exactly. So because
but that's what you get when you don't eat meat, man. I'm telling you, you be a hungry fit.
you hungry. She was eating the wrong product.
Man, she was not eating meat. I don't know what she was eating. You could look at the child, look like the child, you could blow it out. Talking about working out. Working out.
I ain't seen it, so you saying she was like old toothpick or something. But I mean, man.
Yeah, the lady she looked at mentally challenged and she looked at bad.
But it goes back to the topic.
That's right.
It goes back to the topic.
You have to be selective about what you feed yourself. Mentally, spiritually, physically.
Right.
You have to be selective. Just like you select the people you want to be around. All right, I know this person not good, but they're not bad. I know this person is pretty cool. I know this person work all day, but God is. So you know how you select. You know, right. People say, "Oh, you can't judge. You better have selective judgment, because if you don't, you will wind up putting yourself in a bad situation
all the time."
But that's what all this come into: learning yourself. You can't be selective about what you feed yourself if you don't know yourself.
Exactly.
If you don't know you, how will you know about what to feed yourself mentally, spiritually, or physically?
Exactly.
Period.
What we always talk about, it start off with what?
It start off with self.
We always talk about that. Almost every
people
episode.
Say, man, how you done it, man? Look, God, when I connected to God, I found out who I was. Point blank.
Right.
Point blank, period. I found out who I was. But I couldn't find out who I was if I didn't go to God through his son, Jesus Christ. And that's just me. Some people don't even believe in Jesus now. That's popular now. They're taking Jesus out the... Wait, hold up. What is going on there? Man, I dealt with that so much over the weekend, man, that people don't believe in Jesus, but they won't believe in God. That's like you want to run a race and win it without running.
Without a horse. I'm going to the horse race. I am a jockey.
But you running without the horse.
I'm riding. I ain't got no horse. You got old broomstick. You know them old horse use like a broomstick. I'm going to go out to
with the horse head on.
Yeah. Exactly, man. But it's just...
No Jesus. How you going to go to God without going through the Son?
No.
You know the commandments? What the commandments say?
But that's why we have to pray. And like we do... we just want to let it all.
I ain't judging nobody now. I ain't judging nobody.
We're not no biblical scholars or none of that. Ministers. We
sinners, just like y'all.
We two young brothers that been through a lot, and we just went to our higher power, which I believe in God and Jesus Christ, and and that's where I find myself at first. I found myself. I mean, once you, like you said, just like now, when you find yourself, hey, that's the start. That is the new beginning, And we pray for y'all. We pray for everybody.
First, we pray for ourselves, because we don't pray for ourselves, we can't pray for y'all.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But this the thing, we know what we selectively have to feed ourselves.
Right.
Whether it's biblically, whatever, over these internet, these YouTube things or whatever going on these phones. But what about our people that's out there that's trapped? They've been getting high since like the late 90s, the early 2000s.
Right.
Now I'm a little older, so I know people that got loaded in the 80s, but in the late 80s, but in the early 90s,
too, right.
But and I know you even longer, but.
Right.
We see these people out here that's trapped, that's caught up in this world of getting high. They don't worry about no cell phone, don't worry about no YouTube, don't worry about no Facebook, but they trapped in this cynical world of getting high. But we sit back and giggle and laugh at them and make memes about them instead of praying for them and showing them love and giving them a hug and let them know that
embracing them, man.
It's all right.
Right.
Not trying to change them, but getting out God's way and let Him work on them. Stop talking about them and dragging them through the mud and making them run to the drugs, but show them love and embrace them to make them run towards you.
But
see what I'm saying?
Let me just say this. You see, when we do that, for the ones who's doing it, believe me, your time coming. You got somebody in your family, and it's everybody's family, because in my family, in everybody's family, you have someone. You have one of them ones that's out there like
crack ran up my family tree.
So don't do that, man. Let's quit stoning our people like that.
Yeah, man. Let's embrace it.
try to, man, I'm going to share this thing because, our time is almost up. I seen a little something that occurred.
Yes, boss. Yes, boss. I hear you, boss.
Look, I seen this little episode, man, where this guy was working at a fast food place. So these people pull up in a drive-thru. So they had a homeless man. They said, "Oh, Willie, you want a hamburger?" So the other guy in a car, they may have some kind of bet. Say, "I bet you ain't gonna throw that water on him," like that. So man, it really peed me off. Excuse me, I was so peed off. So he acting like he gonna get a man a hamburger. So when he come, he throw the water on him. They bust out laughing. A homeless man, how could you do? That's cruel. But don't you know God sit high and he look low. So one day you may be in that predicament. That same man, that same Willie who you throw water on,
you gonna need him.
You trust me, you will, my brother. Whoever you is, remember that.
But guess what? God is so powerful. Willie's still gonna help you. Your conscience gonna beat you.
Oh yeah, that's my thing.
Willie's still gonna be there for
it.
you. Your conscience gonna whoop you
because they feeding into foolishness.
Everybody want likes. Everybody jocking, for position. They jocking for fame and doing all these crazy things online. Just messing over themselves just to get popular.
Not only themselves, their own kids. How could you do
jocking for popularity?
Yeah, man. But I'm just saying that's foolishness. They feeding it, and that's what these kids feeding off this, man. They feeding off this. The kids have access to all this social media. Quit doing that because they getting y'all sending the wrong messages out there. And these kids are feeding off this. Not only kids, they got adults. Man.
But hey, we praying people. What we know how to do, recot, go back to prayer, get our God. We can't change it. Only God can. We only can pray for you.
That's all we can do.
So in saying that, man, I'm Anthony London.
And I'm Ronnie Tuesday, man.
Mindset Therapy, Real-Talkpodcast. How we do it, bro?
Hey, man, look, if you want to get in touch with us, let your fingers do the walking. 821-323-8393. 821-323-8393. Let your fingers do the walking and let Mindset Therapy do the talking. If you have any questions, feel free to dial. This is Ronnie Tuesday.
Anthony London, Mindset Therapy 504@gmail.com. We love you.
We love you.
Be blessed and stay focused and feed yourself some of that God food.
Oh, yeah. See ya.